Everybody, and it is Antonio Vargas here on LargerScale. On the last video, we were talking about the last few days of before surgery, of me doing my OptiFast. I finished the OptiFast with success. I had my surgery on Monday, June 17th, 2019. Today's date is... What day is it today? Sorry, just checking my watch here. Okay, maybe it's not going to show me. I'll check. I should have been better prepared for this. Anyways, I'll leave the date on the name of the video. But, yeah, so I did my surgery. I'm sitting here. Okay. A little tired. Trying to drink my liquid. It is hard. I stayed in the hospital for 3 days. I had some minor complications. The first complication being is that I had a hernia repaired about 5 years ago. The mesh covering the hernia actually had corroded into my bowels. So they had to take care of that. Whether I'm not sure whether they removed a part of my bowels or removed the part of the mesh and changed out the mesh. I know they changed the mesh for sure, but I'm not sure what the whole process was. The morning of when I woke up from surgery, I went into surgery at 8 o'clock. I woke up at about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I was in excruciating pain. All I remember saying to the doctor, because he woke me up, I remember falling asleep. I wasn't scared. There was nothing negative going through my mind, it's something that I knew I needed to do, and if it didn't go well, it didn't go well. At least I died trying, right? So I woke up the morning of, and around 10 o'clock, and all I remember, the doctor's like, Antonio, wake up, wake up, wake up. I woke up, and they were asking me how I felt. I was in excruciating pain. I have never, ever felt pain like that. And apparently this is different for everybody. Some people don't feel pain at all. But in my case, I was in a lot of pain. And I think it had something to do with the hernia repair they had to do with combination of the gastric sleeve surgery. Now, I'm going to show you guys my stomach. I don't want to show too much of it. But, as you can see, usually there's about 5 wounds, but they gave me 7. I've got one here, one here, one here, one here, and one here, and the one just there as well. So, this was to take care of everything that they needed to. In addition to that, after that, they kept taking my blood pressure. Now, I'm going to emphasize this. I have never had blood pressure, high blood, my heart rate's been fine. I've never had issues with that before. But my blood pressure has been high since the surgery, so they wanted me to I have like a take-home kit where I have to check my blood pressure regularly. So that's something I have to deal with, but it's not necessarily a big deal. Other than that, the other hard part was, and still is for me, after being in the hospital for 2 to 3 days, is getting the liquid down. I have one of my drinks here, and this is, like, for the first week, is the only time we're allowed to drink juice. This is some watered down grape juice. Clear liquids only. I'm not eating anything, so that's where this is for the first 7 days. Sorry. But yeah, that's about it for that. The other portion of this, sorry, I'm moving the camera a lot. I don't mean to make y'all dizzy. The other portion of this is I ended up getting my Fitbit watch repaired so I can monitor my heart rate a little bit more. Just kind of monitor things a little bit more. It'll monitor my walking and all those things. On a pain level from day 1 to now 4 days. I think we're 4 days away, so I think it's the 20th. Yeah, it's probably the 20th or 21st. kind of losing track of the days. It's Wednesday. Yeah, it's the 20th. It's the 20th. It's Thursday today, so it's the 20th. But yeah, I pain level is significantly down. Like it's amazing how much pain you are. Well, I was in the first day, and then how much pain I'm not in the yeah, very little sip. In the next couple of days, you have to take. I'm not sure if you just noticed how small of a sip I just took. They have to stay really small. If you take too big of a gulp, you begin to feel like you're stuffed up here. It doesn't feel pleasant. It really, really doesn't feel pleasant. Your instincts want you to take a big drink, but don't do it. Not worth it at all. I came into this knowing that, and even with me trying to take small sips here, I have occasionally taken too big of a sip, and it wasn't even a really big sip. It was just too much at once. Like a mouthful is too much. So, something to remember: the sips, you want to keep them as small as possible. Like they say, about a teaspoon worth of drink sip at a time. And if you feel like, at first I was getting full within like taking 2 to 3 sips, and I was like, I can't do this, and they wouldn't let me leave the hospital because wasn't able to get enough water, and I was just having such a hard time. Towards the third day or second day, I was able to drink a little bit more, and third day I was able to drink a little bit more. I think I'm gonna switch out of this juice because this juice is I don't know if it is the juice or if I've taken too fast gulps too many times. Not just now, but earlier today. I just felt that like weird pressure there from being full or drinking too much. It could be acidity. I'm not sure, so I'm trying to figure this out as I go along. But yeah, I'm just here every day, trying to work my ass off to get this back, get back to feeling normal. I look forward to eating. Well, I don't know if I look forward to it, to be honest with you, but I get to eat some real substance in a couple of days. More mushy food or mushy vegetables and some cottage cheese. So I've been thinking of some food ideas. If you guys have any ideas of things that you think would be good to stomach, Jello I'm allowed to eat right now, but it's just out of the question. Eating Jello was feeling like taking a brick. It just wasn't fun. Sorry I'm leaned back. I'm just relaxing. I don't want to put too much pressure sitting up on my stomach. I'm just trying to take it easy and go for my little walks because I'm supposed to go for a 5 minute, 6 minute walk. I think a 10-minute walk. Today I gotta check my book, but I went for a 10-minute walk yesterday. I think I did more and I kind of overexerted myself. Oh, and last thing, you find you get a little exhausted. Like I'm personally getting winded really easy, but it just could because like I'm just not used to these changes that are going through my body. So I'm gonna just keep going. Oh, and just if you, I don't want anybody to panic. After surgery, a little bit, but after surgery I got nauseous, and the room started spinning around, and I threw up. And I know it's gonna sound a little gross. It might be a little gross to some of you, but I just want you to know because I don't want you to think there's something weird with you. I threw up blood, or it looked like brown, but it was old blood. But it was just from the surgery. That is normal at the beginning. If you're doing it more than too much, I think you got to tell them when you're throwing up blood. And my urine was green. Like I don't mean just green. I mean dark fucking green. I couldn't believe it. It looked like Shrek's piss. All right. But like that's the dye that they put inside you when they're doing the operation, and the incisions, again, nothing to worry about. And that's about it. And lastly, a heads up to anybody who's wondering what they do to manage the pain. They put you on morphine for a little while, but then they switch you to oxycodone. Now, I don't know if any of you guys are on lithium. I am. We found this out through the pharmacy, which is unfortunate because they told me about my blood pressure going up. Um, and they kept telling me that my blood pressure, they want me to monitor it. They didn't know what was causing it. Probably just that it was healing and whatever, right? I'm a little annoyed that they didn't pay enough attention because we went to the pharmacy and they sent me home with oxycodone, uh, in combination with my lithium, and that's what I've been taking in the hospital. So I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. Nothing else I can take. Like I can't take Advil. I can't take. I'm sure there's something else I could possibly take, but there's nothing else they prescribed to me. In the midst of the rush and all of that, nobody stopped to think this kid's taking lithium. I say kid. I'm not a kid anymore, but he's taking lithium, and lithium in combination with oxycodone or I think T3s. Yeah, because T3s, Tylenol 3s have codeine. Um, Raise your blood pressure. So that's something to consider. I'm just taking extra strength Tylenol. I'm okay with the extra strength Tylenol. I'm only taking one. My pain level's not that bad, so I can deal with it. For the most part, I usually have a really, really high pain tolerance. So I don't know. It could be, again, this is different. It's different on anybody. Your pain tolerance, what you went through in surgery, but just something to consider. All right, everybody. This is Antonio Vargas on Larger Scale. I'm out. Thank you for watching. I will try to do more updates later.